multiple people are making these, you'll each want your own cup to put your dough in. To make the dough, you'll need water, flour, and salt. You'll need a giant bowl to mix it in. And something to measure with. It doesn't really matter if you're measuring with a measuring cup, a bowl, or a cup. However big your container is, you're going to put in 1 container of salt, 1 container of water, and 2 containers of flour. If I mix that up and decide it's not enough, then you would do 2 parts of salt, 2 parts of water, 4 parts of flour, 3 parts salt, 3 parts water, 6 parts flour, just depending on how much you want to make. I am going to set up a time lapse while I mix this together and divide it out amongst my students. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients first, just so that my dry ingredients don't stick to the edge of my cup, because the cup is wet if I use the water first. So I'm going to triple my recipe. I'm going to do 3 parts salt, 6 flour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 3 parts water. Kind of looks like a big clumpy mess, and then you just want to mix until all the lumps are gone. I'm going to set it to a time lapse. Just a little bit of flour on each of your plates. You're going to shake it around and make sure it spreads out over your plate, and that's going to keep your ornament from sticking as it dries, so when we paint it tomorrow we'll be able to peel it up off of the plate. So you can make teeny tiny little Easter eggs, you can make 1 big Easter egg and 3 tiny ones, you can make 2 medium-sized ones, but what you want to do is roll it in a ball and just kind of flatten it out until it is the shape that you want. This one's a little too circular for me, so I'm going to kind of push the sides in a little bit. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to set it on the plate. And it kind of sticks to your hands a little bit, so if you have to peel it off and then lay it on the plate, you can kind of reshape it on the plate. If you want to turn it into an ornament, you can just grab a pencil and poke a teeny tiny little hole at the top that we would lace some string through. To make as many eggs as you want, you can draw designs in them with pencils, or you can leave them plain, and then we'll paint them tomorrow. For 24 hours. They're still a little bit moist on the inside, but they're ready to be painted, and then they'll sit up for another 24 hours before they're finished. I'm going to go ahead and pass out little cups of to rinse the paintbrushes in and paint to go on the eggs. It seems like the eggs that were smaller are closer to being dry, and the ones that were bigger are still a little bit wet. So keep that in mind if you're making your own at home.